I first saw White Yardie, you know, I was like, yo, he can realistically break the mainstream, but they didn't even allow him to break it because they don't want to put his story up there of, you know what I mean? They don't want to do, but the facts are realistically, you know, I think that there would have been space for him in the mainstream. I'm gonna keep it real. But I don't. Of course, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't see them pushing him, no.
He didn't push himself, did he? This is the lane he wanted.
He tried because he was even with Major Hype and them for a bit as well.
Okay.
You know Major Hype, innit?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, look, getting where you fit in ultimately, but it's as we're highlighting, there seems to we're as Diaspora, who are not even in the Caribbean anymore, and who have fled to now, you know, the brains of the beast, based upon a promise. And this will be, once we finish this is perfect segue to what I was talking about before. Perfect. You see how everything just lines up. Right, we're just under attack, man. We're under attack from every single nation and in our own people, because their families chose not to come to England or go to America and stay on the island. We're no longer Caribbean now. We're foreigners. Our value is less. But someone who was born in England, who's white, can go to Jamaica and live there for 18 years and come back and have a career. And be lifted up and put up on a pedestal like this is the man. And as corporations, they see that, yo, the black people who've been supporting him, yo, look at his presence on Instagram. Look at the engagement he's got. Let's throw £30,000 on a sponsorship with him. Even though we can look under something and we can see people who are Diaspora, who have got a similar sort of social media presence and are quote unquote influencers, but no, they don't see the value in that. Because we're charged with high melanin. It's about the crossover as well. Thinking about it from a marketing standpoint, it's the crossover. Okay, yeah, we can pay that black influencer 30K to sell to their own people. But unless they've got the sideshow bob hair and she looks caramel, that won't cross over to the wider public. And we're not just trying to sell to black people. We want to sell to everybody. And if they see an East Indian man sees a flipping, let's say a China man, let's keep it current, a China woman sees White Yardie on a patty, they're more likely to get that bloody Jamaican patty with White Yardie on there than Uncle Ron's patty, right? I'm monitoring these people in my deal with, brother. Unfortunately, and we again are at the bottom of the pile.
No, this is facts. Yo, Noble. Let's keep this thing 1,000. A bold and a boring. They have these little kiosks every now and again. Advertise. Matter of fact, let me put the full screen on for this. So a bold and a boring, folks. Every now and again, they have these kiosks that are advertising like different promotions or whatnot. So they're advertising these patties. It was a deal that it could have been Lidl or Aldi, one of the two, done a deal with a patty company to stock these patties in the supermarket. So they were doing a rollout thing to let people know, yo, these patties are in the supermarket now. So what they were doing is, in Boring, they set up a kiosk and they had made a load of these patties and they had cut them up and put a little toothpick in them. So like people were coming through and say, oh, you want to try one? And then you try it and they say, yeah, our new patty range, it's in Lidl now available. So I've bowled through now and I've said, wow, patties. So I've gone over and I've said, yeah, man, patties. I've said, who's the creator, first of all? You see what I mean? The guy's umming and ahhing because I'm trying to see, like, is it a Mr. Singh thing? Because I need to see what's going on. So who's the creator? Rare. When I've checked it, they've pumped money into a marketing campaign of White Yardie being the face of the rollout, Instagram videos, photographs, this, that. And fair enough, do you think? But something just said to me, if a samosa range was being rolled out in Lidl, samosas, where there was a samosa company that were doing a collab with Lidl to roll out, I'm just thinking, like, would a black man who moved to India be the face of that? I think the answer's no, folks. But with us, that's what it is. And I remember just standing there saying, this is mad. Like, this is crazy. Like, how's my man the face of this thing? But like, he'll now, if I say that now, he can attack me. It's more than enough that the actual black Brit diasporans are going to attack, man. But on top of that, now he can now attack the same diaspora and say, man's great-grandmother. Because he knows that it ain't, man. He knows that it ain't people's great-grandmother. For it to be someone's great-grandmother, that would be like my children. You see what I'm saying? It's impossible that there's diaspora whose great grandparents are from. You might have the odd one or two, but we pulled up 1950s, rude boy.
Come on.
So you can't, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Great grandchildren, come on. It's disingenuous with the response, but it's to make it sound like the long time ago they came.
It was an attack.
Yes, come on. It wasn't a shot. It was multiple shots. It was a combination. Grandparents and diaspora. What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? And you know what's really crazy about it? It's the TV station and the hosts guiding and reconfirming the foolishness that they've got. They've got a Chinese woman on there who is by citizenship and by where she was born. She's Jamaican Chinese, right? He has British citizenship because he was born here and then went over to Jamaica. Does he even have dual citizenship? This is so disingenuous. And then you have the local people then, and as soon as they hear diaspora, great grandparents, the little cap comes on their head. And they're firing them people. Them come leave we here, and this is where we're there. And they got that resentment. Oh, I wasn't able to get the 28 pounds to pay for the ship to go over there in a Windrush time. I didn't get that money, so I had to stay here. So all throughout the generations, you see auntie so and so that went over there. Yeah, man. And she don't really send no money for us like that, See, once a year she sends us the thing and we might get the Barrow thing. And they're in England. One of their pounds is X amount of $100 and this and that's all they're thinking. So this built-in thing, and then he's there living for 18 years with this mindset as well. So let's go into the mindset, the psychology of it. So here you've got homegrown Jamaicans who don't like people who left Jamaica and went over to England. And they've got this, so he's hearing, so there's a separation. So if you stay, then you're the proper Jamaican. But if you left, you're not proper. Okay, yeah. And then he comes back to England with this mentality.
There you go. And uses the same thing. Have you noticed that same shit film what we all watched together the other day? The film was shit. You get what I'm saying, Noble? And that same brother was gaslighting the community, talking about, well, the motto is out of many one people. I know that. Shut up, man. Because the film was shit. I tried to get people. You seen me? I went and got snacks, Noble. Sat down, set the mood, and it was horrible, man. I couldn't even follow it. But that's what's happening. A lot of these folks are jumping on the separation that they see going on, and that's what he's jumping on because he's saying, yeah, man's great grandparents come from there. So now they're saying this, and I'm like, but bro, you're benefiting off our dysfunction. You're benefiting off of man's being lost. That's what you're benefiting off. Benefiting off of. You're benefiting off of that because you can't sell me, Patty Rude Boy. How can you be born and like something? Well, I've been born into this, Rude Boy. You know what I mean? Like before my parents even met. These things were part of the culture.
Come on.
So before I was even brought forth to this plane of existence, as Noble would say, I was already certified in this thing. So the facts are like, dude, boy, like I don't need to go there and live nowhere, fam, because there's ancestors I've never met who lived and died their whole life there.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? I'm from direct loins that have lived and died their whole life there that I've never even, me and their eyes ain't even made for. Family, your lineage is Anglo-Saxon. I know I made that word up still, but that's your lineage, Anglo-Saxon, and that's fine. You like our swag, that's cool. You like how we move, that's cool. But the facts are that the Chinese woman and you've came to the island and you've settled, and that's cool. And then you've gone back to England and you've benefited off a career of being a white English guy who moved to Jamaica. And there's nothing wrong with that. Get money, man. Get money, but disrespecting the community and all that's not really the way to go, because I'm keeping it real. I wouldn't book you to do nothing to represent Jamaica. And not because I'm disrespecting, man, but you don't represent that, fam.
No, exactly.
Is that I'd bring it? That's what I'd bring you as though someone who likes the culture. And I might say, like, what do you think of what's going on? What's your opinion? Because I'd say, what's your opinion on what's going on? You get me? But when I was a youth, growing up, these conversations weren't going on. These out of many one conversations. It's going on now. because the thing is so, if you go to your fridge, people, I know this is a mad analogy, and you take out a corduroy, is that what it's called, Noble? A cordial, and
cordial,
cordial,
yes.
that's the juice that you add water to. So you got the cordial, and you tip a little bit of the cordial in a glass, then you get a little bit of water and you tip it in. But the cordial's the thing in it. That's the sauce thing in it.
Come on.
So that's what it is. That's what it is with us. We're the cordial, rude boy. You now have a little bit of water has been added. I don't even know if it's the correct analogy, but we're the cordial. That don't change, bro. Whether mans have been there or not, we're the cordial. So what I'm saying is, when I'm speaking about White Yardie, I'm speaking about an issue with our community that places value on people that don't look like us. No, let me reword it. That places more value on people that don't look like us. That's a problem within our community. That is a problem. That's what we're highlighting. What you're doing is attacking the same community that you're making money from. Because when them patty companies are coming to you, fam, they're coming to you to advertise it to us. Truth be told, if it was homegrown, you wouldn't be known, bro. Truth be told, if it was down to homegrown, you wouldn't have no career. That's a fact. You had to come here because the mans here are the ones that are accepting of everything.
Yes.
The homegrown mans, you wouldn't have blown over there. You didn't blow here, but I'm saying you had to come here to do that.